know I like whipped cream.
And oh boy, this is the way you serve it, just like that. Well, you know, this recipe was really too easy.
Is it too easy?
This was too easy, yeah.
It's not easy for me.
We, you're doing it right,
that?
yeah.
Ow!
And now,
You know, we're out of time.
we're out of time.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to have to cut something out of the middle. On this show, that's not going to be hard to do.
Well, welcome to the garage and another edition of At Home on the Range. What are we making tonight?
It isn't any cooler than it was a little while ago, is it?
No.
No.
We're having a heat wave.
We're making an old family recipe: Spam and scrambled eggs and hashed brown potatoes. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Yes, we are. There it is, right there.
I mean, there's actually a recipe for this?
Yes. Our pan is rusty, and we're going to have to get a new pan pretty soon.
Yeah, either that or you're going to have to clean it.
No, it's clean.
Okay, for this recipe, you will need 1 can of Spam, even though we have 2 cans of Spam here. 4 frozen potato patties. You're not even going to, like, make real potatoes. You're using that frozen stuff. 1/2 cup of milk.
I said it's an old family recipe.
Paprika. 8 large eggs. 1 tomato and parsley.
Yes.
And 1/4 cup of vegetable oil.
Here.
Well, that is very different.
All right.
Well, how would you start your Spam
Well,
combination?
we got to start by getting these pans hot. And I'm going to pour a little oil in that recipe.
Okay, so you've got, okay. So we're making that go away.
Now we're going to do the potatoes in here.
In the potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much oil was that again?
That was about 1/2 cup.
1/2 cup of oil, okay. And then that is Spam.
This is
Now,
Spam.
do you know what Spam stands for?
It doesn't stand for what you're going to tell me it stands
No,
for.
it does. That's a trivia question. It stands for Specially Processed Assorted Meats. It does.
Don't you folks believe that? Spam is nothing but ham off the other end of the hog. No, it is. It's pork shoulder.
Well-
Did you know during World War II, Joe Stalin, he was the head of the Russian government, said that
Stalin?
yeah, he said that if it hadn't been for Spam, the Russian army would have starved to death.
Really?
That's what he said.
And did they win the war?
Yes, they did.
Look, it won't even come out.
Oh,
Ew.
we'll get something to pry it out with.
You know what? That looks terrible.
No, these new
Ew.
cans, the old cans had a thing in the middle. You went around and they came out really easy.
Really?
Yeah, they're.
You know what? You can't smell this at home, but it smells like cat food. Oh, gosh. I'm standing downwind from that thing. Can I read you some internet mail?
I wish you would.
Okay. Well, if you would like to write to us, just check in at our website at hotrange.com, and you can send us email and all sorts of fun things.
Dirty jokes mostly.
Well, I love dirty jokes. That's right. That's what keeps me going during my boring days. And this one is from Chris Jones. It says, "Hi, I was watching your show last night while surfing through the channels. I hope to see it again soon. I'm so tired of watching cooking shows with some snob telling me how to do it."
Snob.
And that's Rage On from Chris. And here's one from Australia. Australia. It says, "I love your show and I'm looking forward to seeing new recipes that don't repeat because I don't like chili, but already know how to make it 12 ways on your show." You know, because you just keep making chili over and over again.
Well, you know 12 ways to make it then. That's good.
Well, I know, but it never quite worked.
I only know 13.
Oh, is that? Oh, low-flying aircraft. And this says, P.S. Can you say hi to my mom, whose name is Jan? She's watching your show right now, and she's going to fax you reasons why chocolate milk is better than sex. So Jan, hi.
Chocolate milk is better than sex.
Yes. I have not
Well,
received that fax.
At
But
my age, I'll go for that. I'll believe that.
it says, oh, yeah, I got a joke. Why do lawyers like their jobs?
Why do lawyers like their jobs?
It says, I won't tell you the answer because John would probably forget it in the next 5 minutes.
Say that again. Say that again.
He said he won't tell us the answer because you're going to forget it in the next 5 minutes.
Well, I probably would, but that's no reason why you shouldn't tell us the answer.
Well, I don't
Everybody
know.
else isn't going to forget it.
Oh, well, this is Australia. What do you want?
Now, we're going to put these in the microwave.
You're going to
This is-
microwave Spam.
Yes. This is a quick dish. This is a quick
I'll tell
dish.
you, those gourmets on the Food Channel have nothing to worry about us. Nothing at all.
And you know, I got those eggs cracked without throwing. Occasionally, I do that. I throw the egg in there and throw the shell in the dish.
Now, that's 8 eggs.
That's 8 eggs.
Okay, another cholesterol killer. Okay, want to hear an internet joke?
And then we're going to put a little high-fat milk in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
milk
that.
and eggs.
Yes.
Okay, if you're following this at home, I mean, but who doesn't know how to make scrambled eggs?
I don't. Everybody knows how. Except,
And-
you know, though, really, most people don't know how to make scrambled eggs.
They
Because-
don't?
No, because you know, if you get an egg over 300 degrees, it winds up tasting like chicken feathers. That's right. If you get an egg over 300 degrees, that's right.
Really?
Yes.
I never tasted chicken feathers. I wouldn't know.
Well, it tastes like chicken feathers smell when they're wet.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a wet chicken?
No. In fact, I've never even seen a real chicken. That's why they have supermarkets.
Oh.
Do you want to hear?
My dog killed 2 chickens across the street.
Really?
Yeah.
We live in an agricultural area, and there are chickens and roosters and things. He killed 2 chickens. Did you have to replace them with a neighbor?
No, because the neighbor's dog would help. They were playing catch with the chicken. Yeah, they would throw it back and forth.
Oh gosh. And then look what I got for you so that you won't get your feet dirty. It says, "Hi, I'm Matt."
Isn't that good?
Isn't that
Isn't
cute?
that
I thought that was very adorable.
Now we got to get these apart.
Okay, so we have to tear these apart.
Now that is hot.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this part.
But when you put them in the pan, be careful because that is hot and it spatters.
And so what happens if you put them in all together? You better be careful. Whoa! Frying glasses. Ooh! Ooh, I need safety glasses.
First we got to get them
Okay.
so they can cook.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa! Hey, this job's getting hazardous.
Uh-oh, we got a problem. We got to move those around.
You
a
didn't
little
do the math right. There's
What?
no room in that pan.
bit. That's about as good as we're going to do.
Okay, throw that one out.
We'll make it go.
Just lay it on top of it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Who knows?
Okay. Do I have a spatula or something? And can
You
I
don't have to- you
turn the fire down a little bit so I can take my safety glasses
No, we
off?
want the fire. We want the fire hot.
You
on
want the
potatoes.
fire hot?
Yeah, and
Okay.
we want to put salt and pepper.
Oh,
on.
this is where you burn the hair off your arms.
And put salt and pepper on these potatoes on both sides.
Wow, that's a lot of salt.
Yeah, it is.
How much salt was that?
Well, that wasn't a lot. Probably a quarter of a teaspoonful.
Really? You know, on regular cooking shows, they have the measuring items.
Do they?
Yes.
And they measure salt and pepper.
Yes, they do. I was watching one show, and the guy actually had these special spoons.
Really?
Yeah, must be a new thing. It always takes a little while before it trickles down to our show. But I think that we should go in the store and find these newfangled items.
Yes. You mean like measuring spoons?
Yes. Okay, so you're throwing your eggshells
Yes.
away.
If you see somebody measuring, you know they don't know how to cook.
Really?
That's absolutely right, yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now you have your greasy things in here, and they're cooking. How will we know when they're done?
Well, when I tell you.
Okay.
We're going to turn them over.
See, that's why
in a
you
little
should
while.
cook with someone, so that you know. Okay, can I read you some really cute internet jokes?
I wish you would.
Okay. A guy goes and he rents an apartment in New York City. And he goes to his mailbox and he sees this gorgeous girl comes out of her apartment and she's only wearing a robe. And her robe kind of slips open and he looks at her and she's not wearing anything underneath it. So he breaks out in a sweat and he tries to maintain eye contact. And a few minutes later, she says to him, what do you think is my best feature? So he looks at her and he says, your ears. And so she says, well, I think I hear somebody coming. Let's go into my apartment. So they go into the apartment, and she says to him, how could you say that my ears are my best feature when I have these beautiful breasts and this wonderful skin and this tight buttocks? And so he starts to sweat a little bit, and she says to him, what in heaven's name would make you say my ears were my best feature? So clearing his throat, he says, outside when you heard someone coming, that was me.
I heard that joke in the sixth grade.
In the sixth grade, you heard that?
I heard that joke, yes. It's a very funny joke.
Well, you know what? Speaking of the sixth grade, there was an article in the newspaper that there's a boy in Illinois who kissed another little girl in school, and they took him out of school and they accused him of sexual harassment. That is a true story.
I heard that on the radio, yes.
That's right. So aren't you glad you weren't in the first grade now? Because you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they didn't have sexual harassment when I was in the sixth grade.
No, what did they call it?
They didn't. They just, if the girls couldn't run fast, I was just tough.
You know what? Something smells really funky, and I don't know what it is, if it's this oil thing, but it's like filling up my head, and I think I'm going to sneeze.
Why don't we turn those over?
Ugh.
Now, don't throw grease all over the stove while you're
No, I
turning them over.
won't.
And don't break them either.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so they're not brown, but they're just white and glossy. Shouldn't these be brown?
Well, they should. Aren't they a little bit brown?
No, they're just white. Well, that one edge is. But they are starting to come apart. These are compressed
Leave each other around
potatoes.
that. But I can't imagine you turning those without breaking them. I just,
No, I'm not.
in my mind, I cannot see that happening.
No, now this one I'm going to have to, I think I have to
Well, that's
remove
a-
this one.
yeah, it's a good
This one
deal,
just
yeah.
doesn't belong.
Yeah.
You know, there are just those, ow.
See, that's
Oh,
just right.
okay. That works.
Perfect. Yeah.
That works.
That's perfect.
This one I'm scraping off the bottom. Okay. You know, the other day after we did this show, my shoes were full of oil.
Were they?
Yes, the tops of my shoes were all full of oil.
Now, if you turn these all at the same time, they'll cook at the same rate.
Well, but I have to turn them one at a time, right? I only have two hands.
What are you doing with the other hand?
I'm keeping my balance.
Oh, boy.
Because you know I fall off my
Now,
shoes
now
every
you've got them all
time.
turned. You don't have to play
Yes.
with them now.
In fact, I don't even want to talk to you. We're sitting back there before, and he's telling me how much weight I've gained in the last
not
year.
do- I did not
Yes,
do
you
that.
were. There was a show we did a couple of years ago where I wore a red rubber suit and tasted whipped cream. Remember that one?
Yes.
So he says to me, "Still have that red rubber suit?" I go, "Sure." He goes, "You think it still fits you?"
No, I didn't say that. I said you think you can get into it. That's what I said.
Well, after the show, I'm going right home to try it on. You know that.
That was pretty tight. Of course, rubber will stretch, though, won't it?
Yes, that's the beauty of it. Okay, the perfect tee shot. A guy stood over a tee, looking at it at what seemed like an eternity. He was measuring the distance, the wind, everything. And he was driving his golfing partner absolutely nuts. Finally, the golfing partner said, "What the heck is taking so long? Just hit the ball." And the guy answers, "My wife's up there watching from the clubhouse, and I want to make this the perfect shot." And then his partner says, "Forget it, man. You don't stand a snowball chance in hell of hitting her from here."
Okay.
Okay. Girl comes mother goes, how can that be? What did I tell you about sex? And she says that I should take measures, and that's what I did. I took measures, and I went with the biggest.
No, those are all right. Those are just fine.
Those
That's
are
okay.
fine. I'm not touching them.
I know
Now, what about our egg thing?
Well, we're going to put the eggs in, and we're going to use this.
And you know, that Spam's been in there a really long time.
Well, it's
Shouldn't you only, okay, there's our buzzer.
We don't want to
Shouldn't
fire
you only use the microwave for a minute or two?
well,
Those things are going to be like hockey
In this
pucks.
case, it was 10 minutes.
Okay.
Now we'll use this spoon.
Okay, we're using this one. I'm
Okay.
taking that away. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this now. Well, because I wanted to show people. Ooh, look, there's a bubble.
Stir,
Now,
stir,
should I
Mom,
pop this bubble?
just stir.
Oh, okay.
Just stir. Because if you don't stir, Barbara, the pan is hot on the bottom and it's cold on top. And
Uh-huh.
if you don't stir, the eggs
Well,
will
I
get on
didn't
the
know that
bottom.
like scrambled eggs was a big thing. Isn't this like cooking 101?
I don't know.
You have to be totally cooking impaired not to be able to make this work.
Is that why you're not able to do it?
But you know what? Is there olive oil in this pan?
Yes. No, it's vegetable oil.
So you're cooking eggs in vegetable oil?
Yes.
Really? I never saw that. Don't people usually cook eggs in butter?
Well, you can cook them.
No, is that not true?
You can cook 'em in
Anybody
butter.
cook out there?
Now keep stirring.
I'm stirring, I'm stirring. You know, you should make sure your eggs are really, really cooked well, because I saw something on the news that you could die from bad eggs. And wouldn't that be embarrassing? She was a good egg, but she ate a bad one.
Excuse me, Barbara. Huh?
Oh, you made room.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how's our Spam coming?
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes to cook Spam. Now, isn't
Whatever.
Spam already cooked?
Yes, it's cooked, but you want it hot.
So 10 minutes in the microwave?
And the eggs are done. You can
The
stop.
eggs are done. How do you know that?
Well, they're dry and they're not gooey. They're done. So you
Really?
can quit stirring any minute now.
Any
Unless
minute.
you just want to flog them to death.
No. No. Okay, where's your plates? Here, I'll move some of my things. Okay, here's a cute one.
Don't you have any more jokes?
Yes, I do.
Good.
This one came from Candy Dish at AOL.com. The similarities between President Nixon and President Clinton.
Nixon and Clinton.
Yes, Nixon had Watergate, Clinton has waterbed. Nixon's biggest fear was the Cold War. Clinton's biggest fear is a cold sore.
The eggs are done. I don't get that last one, but that's all right.
You don't get the last
No,
one?
I don't get a lot of those jokes.
You don't?
No.
That's because you're not a webhead. If you were on the internet more, you'd get all these jokes.
I don't even know what the internet is.
He thinks it's like the telephone book, only you can't read it on the toilet.
Yeah. That's about right. That is about right.
You know, we had a chat in our chat room the other night. A live chat? Well, I did. You didn't.
No.
And all these people came in the chat room, and then you just typed things to them, and they were all watching at home on the
Yeah,
range.
you told me what some guy tapped you too.
Well, I know, but those ones I don't pay attention to.
Sounded like a pretty good deal to me.
No. Some man wanted to know if I wanted to have sex with him. They wrote that on the internet, and I told him no, thank you. I was too busy typing. You know, which is really funny. These people that will send you obscene things on the internet or ask you out on our show, on our internet site, because like you're really going to look up somebody who has nothing to do but proposition people on the internet. If he really was as good looking as they said in his letter, then he'd be out cruising and he'd be too busy.
You know what? I counted wrong. We only want 4 of these.
You only wanted 4 of
I only wanted
those?
4 of these.
Why?
Well, that's all we want. That's enough.
That's not done.
That's enough. 4 is enough.
That doesn't look done either. These look like potato parts.
Well, this is a great breakfast.
Really? It's a great breakfast?
Yes.
Breakfast of champions.
It is.
Slow your heart right down. Okay, a couple returned from their honeymoon, and it's obvious to everyone that they are not talking to each other. The groom's best man takes him aside and says, "What's wrong?" Well, the man replied, "We got finished making love on the first night. I got up to go to the bathroom and put $50 down on a pillow without thinking." And the guy says, "Well, that shouldn't worry you so much." And the groom says, "Well, that may be true, but I can't get over the fact that she left me $20 in change." Did you like that?
That wasn't bad.
Okay, here's an old man joke.
So many of these I don't get. This here spam grows together when you put it in the microwave. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, I can't believe people actually eat this.
Oh, it's great. I love spam. I really do.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe that would account for how many heart surgeries you've had.
No, spam is really good stuff.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Well, you know, it's funny because our floor manager is holding up a sheet that says, "The crew says yes,"
What does
which
that mean?
means they want the food when we're finished.
That must not be very good then. No, when the crew wants it, then it's good.
Right. When the crew wants it, then it's halfway decent. When they don't, we feed it to the audience. So,
Well, that's exactly what we do. That's exactly the way we work.
oh, and then there's little green things just like Denny's. You know, Denny's is his favorite restaurant.
There we are.
Sad but
Is that
true.
not nice? Is that not a nice
You should
dish?
close that microwave
What microwave? Oh,
behind you.
all right.
Okay, can I tell you this old man joke?
Go ahead.
Because
Tell
I got
me.
it just
I
for
haven't
you.
heard an old man joke
Okay,
in
this
10
is an old man joke. An old man was walking on the beach and he sees a beautiful girl in a bikini. And he goes up to her and he goes, "Can I feel your breasts?" And she goes, "Get away from me." He goes, "Can I feel your breasts for $20?" And she goes, $20? You're nuts. Get away from me. So he keeps her, but he goes, "How about $100?" She goes, "No, get away from me." So he goes, "How about $500?" She goes, $500, okay. So she lets him feel his breasts and he's going, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." She goes, "Well, what are you saying oh no for?" He goes, "Well, I'm thinking about where I'm going to get the $500.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this is a perfect nutritionally balanced
Absolutely
breakfast. Our
Absolutely is.
breakfast of
Yes.
champions.
Oh, you know what? We forgot just a minute.
Paprika.
Kept on eggs. A little bit of paprika. On
Really?
eggs.
Now,
Just
is
a
that
little
just for
Just a
color?
little color, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
You should put some more over here.
Over where?
Over here.
We already put it on.
No, you just got it in a lump
That's
there.
already put on just a little bit.
Okay. Well, we have a little bit of time left on the show. Would you like to have an audience member taste this?
I don't think so.
Okay, that says it
What
all.
are they going to taste?
Well, they could taste the spam and the eggs.
And then
And
what's the crew going to do?
okay, that's fine. All right, well, then we're finished.
Are we?
We're out of here. Thank you for watching here in the studio audience
Oh.
and for you watching at home. What, did you forget something else?
Maybe we should show the audience our thing from last week. Let's see what happened there. Let's see what happened there. Still didn't melt. Boy. It still didn't
Okay,
melt.
for all of you watching at
Yeah,
home,
we'll cook it for another week.
last week we made eggplant parmesan casserole, and John was too cheap to buy
Don't-
real mozzarella.
Don't buy fake mozzarella.
So he buys this fake mozzarella, and by the end of the show, it's still not done. And so we do 2 shows a night. So it's been in that oven probably for what, 40 minutes, 45
hour,
minutes?
an hour.
An hour. And it's still fake.
Because in a double boiler, in a double boiler at 212 degrees, you make cheese fondue all the time and it melts. But this stuff won't melt.
That's because you bought fake cheese. We need to
Okay.
go. Successful dish. Look at the window.
All right, over the red light. All right. You can cut some out of the middle.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, you can cut some out of the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
We don't want to make concert.
Are you gonna put flour in that?